let me take my glasses off. Are you mean to tell me that the Big 12 is a group of 5 team to where they only get one team in the playoffs? Does that make sense? I mean, you guys are falling right into the theory of what has been created, the narrative. How is it that you think the Big 12 is only good as having one team in the playoffs when you have 12 slots? Okay, there's only 4 conferences. Think about that. Are you okay? This is the question should be asked. Are you okay with letting the SEC in the Big 10 continue to push their weight around and say, oh, we're gonna have 4 and 5 teams in? Come on, that makes no sense. How are you accepting that? It doesn't matter if Kansas State lost to a team that was playing good on Saturday, or if Iowa State lost to a team that was playing good on Saturday. That just means that these are good teams. That's what that means. You can't win them all. Just like the teams in the SEC or the Big Ten, they can't win them all. So they're going to lose a game or two. That doesn't mean that you don't qualify for the playoffs. The thing that has to be determined lies within the strength of your opponent. You want teams to perform. Because what? You want them to go to the playoffs and lose in the first round? How darning is that? That makes it even worse. So that just means Iowa State was not as good as people said they was. That just means that Kansas State is not as good as people thought they was. That's all that means. And the real true team that's really, really good is BYU, obviously, because they're still undefeated. Period. So with that being said, the Big 12 is worthy of 2 teams going into the playoffs, period. And that's the 2 that makes it to the championship. Whatever 2 teams that make it to the Big 12 championship deserve to be in the playoffs, period. Likewise, this is a Power 4 conference. I mean, it's a power conference. How do you not put both members when there's 12 slots? It only makes sense when there's 12 slots that 2 members that make it to the national title game, which is not easy. I'm sorry, the championship game, which is not easy, that they should be in the playoffs, period. Now, divide that by, or multiply that by 4. That's 8 slots, okay? 2 times 4 is 8. There's still 4 more slots available for the at-large bid. But you can't just say, oh, well, since, you know, the better teams in the Big 12 lost, they don't. You're shooting yourself in the foot with that type of talk. And that's the reason why there's perception out there, because the way the narrative is being created, like the Big 12 is good. Like they have good teams, period. They second to the SEC on paper. So, I mean, what are you talking about? Everyone is not going to win all the time. You lucky. There's probably going to be only one team that's undefeated from each Power 4 conference. The rest is going to have 1 and 2 losses. But those who make it to their conference title game should be worthy of making it into the playoffs, especially when you have enough slots available. Now, I understand ESPN is going to want to make money because they invested in the playoffs, so they're going to be manipulating what teams that go in, and they're going to pick the teams. This is how this works. ESPN has an investment in the SEC, okay? I'm going to just go ahead and say it. They have an investment in the SEC, and then they have a partial investment in the Big 12, and then they have an investment in the ACC. And then they're going to look at all their products that are on the field, and whichever teams that produce the most ratings is going to get in front of the line. Hopefully they're worthy enough to even do that, because they would like to put in the teams that make the most revenue at the front of the line. But next up, after you have your conference champions, they are going to want to put these teams who produce the high ratings up. They're going to want to put them in the playoffs, period. And that's how these slots get filled, because they want to make their money off of the TV ratings and advertise dollars. That's how this works. So yes, you got to be extra good, but what the Big 12 issue is, they got to build more ratings, TV ratings. That's it. Yes, that's going to require winning, but you got to build up the ratings. And that's what should be the focus of the Big 12. Building their TV ratings so they can compete with the other schools, period. That should be the focus, and that should be the goal. Constantly, win or loss, build TV ratings, because that's who these networks is trying to fill these slots with and put them in front of all these people so they can generate more revenue, period. So, but as far as the competition and the gameplay inside the Big 12, yes, they're worthy of two teams, and that's those who make it to the Big 12 title or champion should be in the playoffs, period. Once again, another size 11 video. Yeah, I'm sitting back, I'm observing, I'm watching what's going on, seeing what's what. But yeah, this is what has been presented. Yes, two teams from the Big 12 should and must make it to the playoffs in order to build this conference up anyways. They are good enough for it, and you shouldn't be counting your own teams out because they lost to another team that was playing good inside the conference. That just means you have a good competitive conference. There's nothing wrong with that. But far as business wise, what ESPN is looking for is those who's going to bring in more TV ratings to fill those extra or at large bids for the playoffs, period. Once again, thank y'all for watching another size 11 video. Go to the website www.size-11.com. Go get your merch and stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, send it to all my compadres. But yeah, that's what's going on. Once again, have a great day. Bye.